Here we go.
The atmosphere tonight is electric, folks.
Electric at the Waconia Ice Arena. Welcome for a Thursday night matchup, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Wildcats at home tonight against Minnesota River. We're just waiting the arrival of Waconia. Youth night here in Waconia. We've got U8, U10, U12 teams, all the Waconia Youth Girls teams here in support of the varsity team and the high school team. Here come the Wildcats.
Good evening, hockey fans, and welcome to Waconia High School for tonight's non-conference varsity game between the visiting team from Minnesota River and the Waconia Wildcats. We remind you that leaders best to focus on extents with the classroom, and that lessons are best known for respect shown to all fans, officials, coaches, and the athletes. Please make it a priority to let your good sportsmanship show throughout tonight's game. And now let's make this start lineup beginning with the visitors. Starting in goal, senior captain number 1, Monica Sloggerly. At defense, freshman number 4, Sophie Toombs. At defense, senior captain number 13, Claire Hathaway. At right, junior number 8, Noelle Simonette. At right wing, senior captain number 11, Macy Porter. At center, sophomore number 20, Mara Bank. And the rest of the team from Minnesota River, their head coach is Dustin Swenson, assisted by Dave Schwarberg and Lindsay Ashby. Their student managers are Kendall Westall, Daisy Tees, Nicole Garcia, and Julie Weber. And now the starting lineup for Waconia Wildcats, starting in goal, senior captain, number 33, Heather Hackenstocks. And defense league grader, number 8, Ella Peterson. And defense junior captain, number 26, Kate Koshinska. And that wing sophomore, number 11, Ella Breitmeyer. And right wing eighth grader, number 15, Brooklyn Henry. And center sophomore, number 2, Lucy Myrtle. And our honorary captains today from the Waconia Hockey Association, starting with number 67, Logan Enmark. And number 1, Eva Washington. And number 64, Delaney O'Donnell. Waconia's head coach is Jordan Bates, assisted by Jane Luke, and Casanova and Emma Merrick. Our student managers are Zoe Curtis and Leah Wilkins. Our officials for tonight on the lines is Brian Hasia. Referees are Kelly Green and Tim Beaujolais. And now at this time, please rise when you all head there as we honor our country with the playing of our national anthem.
All right, we're ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome for a Thursday night matchup. Waconia Wildcats, home team tonight. Welcome home, Waconia. It's youth night here in Waconia. The youth hockey team showed up to support the big girls and watch them take on the Minnesota River Bulldogs. Minnesota River Bulldogs co-op of Le Sueur, St. Peter, and Henderson fly under the flag of the Minnesota River Bulldogs. The Waconia Wildcats on a winning streak, playing pretty hot, coming off of a win against Minneapolis on Tuesday night. Braved the roads in the snowstorm and got a win on the road. Happy to be home in the friendly confines of the Waconia Ice Arena. I am too. It's a much closer commute. All right, about to get underway. Wildcats. Forwards will be Lucy Ertl taking the draw. Ella Brockmeyer at wing. Brooklyn Henn at wing. Ella Peterson at defense. Kate Kaczynska at defense. Puck drops. Ertl wins the draw. Back to Kaczynska. Kaczynska reverses at the goal line. Breakout pass held in. Tipped by Peterson. Just went wide of the nest. Come the River, Minnesota River. Sporting a 7-1 record. Minnesota River is a team that can score some goals quick. A lot of pressure. Wildcats 6-5 on the season. Moving above 500. It's been I believe a 4-game winning streak for Waconia. Playing some really good hockey. Especially out of this line here, Taylor Camrath, Maddie Lawagi, Becca Daney. A potent offensive threat. Pass by Seraphin to Kaczynska. Kaczynska plays the puck through the neutral zone. Lawagi plays it back across the blue line. Here comes Daney jumping up in the play, fighting through a stick check. Puck chipped to head out of the zone, and Seraphin will go cross ice to Kaczynska. Kaczynska pass off the wall to Daney, picked off by McKenna Anderson. Here comes Andreessen. Pinned in the wall by Kaczynska. Backhand pass, misses the mark. Lawagi picks up the puck. Pass up ice to Daney. Daney's going to peel off for a shift. Camrath's going to stay on the attack. Cora Herman, number 9, on the forecheck. Ainsley Gelsted dumps the puck deep into the zone. Gelsted meets the play on the wall. Minnesota River able to gain the red line. They dump. Like they didn't quite get over the red line. That's going to be icing on Minnesota River. Face off in the Bulldog end. Malin Rayfeld taking the draw with Callie Lensing and Cora Herman at wings. Ainsley Gelsted and Ella Peterson at D. Rayfeld ties up on the draw. Stays in the attack with Lensing. Herman goes for the pinch. Puck is going to be held in at the blue line by Peterson. Peterson follows the puck. Puck off her skate. Centering pass by Lensing. Shot. And pass down to Rayfeld. Rayfeld battling through a check. Minnesota River breakout attempt. Going to be successful. Gelsted gapping up on the play. Now Minnesota River is going to dump. Peterson to retreat behind the Waconia net. Pass up the wall to Herman. Herman goes the puck off the boards. Net by Minnesota River at the opposite blue line. Bulldogs on the dump. Kaczynska back to retrieve. Retreats behind the net. Puck went off of Ertl's skates. Number 7, Sylvia Berger to play on the wall. Here come the Bulldogs. Shot. Megansaw squared up, makes a save. No rebound to be seen. Camrath line will come out to the defensive zone face-off. Mara Von Bank on the draw for the Bulldogs. Noel Simonette. Again, the goal line centering pass picked off by Taylor Camrath. Becca Daney look for Maddie Lawagi cross ice, and the Bulldogs able to retreat into their end, set up a breakout. Puck hit the referee's skates. Daney off the wall to Camrath. Camrath to the slot to Lawagi. Poke check by Pena. Kashinska. Pressure from Von Bank. Pass off the wall to Pena. Pena to Camrath. Look at the Wildcats. 5 passes. They're out of the zone. Daney to Lawagi. A lane open for Maren Swenson. Shot on goal. Saved by Wagenstas. And stop the play with 13:27 left in the first period. Malin Rayfeld and McKenna Andreessen on the draw. Puck drops. Rayfeld ties up. Andreessen maybe got a skate on that one. Shot deflection. Puck goes past the net front. Maren Swenson below the goal line. Poke check by Rayfeld. Herman steps down to support. Rayfeld's going to give chase to a loose puck. Lensing will step down to help. Puck's off the wall. Rayfeld trying to play it out of the zone. Puck will come back to Gelstead. Gelstead ahead to Rayfeld off of her skate, stick, and shipped into the Waconia zone. Puck kicked up the wall by Peterson. Lensing has to come back for the puck. Here comes McKenna Andreessen, number 19. Puck poke check by Gelstead. Kashinska turns up ice, pass, connects with Lensing momentarily. Puck dumped back in the zone. Serafin's going to have to hustle. Serafin pins on the wall. We have Kashinska stepping in to help. Sylvia Berger cross-ice pass, misses the mark. Bulldogs dumping and chasing as well. A pass just got out in front of Sylvia Berger and going to be icing on the Wildcats. Got Ertl taking the draw with Sylvia Berger a wing, and birthday girl number 11, Ella Brockmeyer. Happy birthday, Ella, I believe 16. Time to score a goal on your birthday. Here we go. Dump steered to the corner by Bagenstas. Serafin pass to Kashinska. Kashinska goes back behind the Waconia net, turns up ice, sees some space. She takes off. Cut to the middle at the red line. Wildcats stay on sides. Kashinska. One-woman army. Puck behind the net. Pass to Ertl. Brockmeyer follows up. Here comes Daney. Daney wheels pass to Kashinska. Kashinska. Pass is going to pull Serafin out of the zone. Simonette on the attack. Pass up ice. Just out of the reach of a attacking Bulldog player. Pass caught Camrath in the skates. Here comes Brockmeyer. Net resistance at the red line. Bulldogs dump. Serafin has Von Bank with pressure. Nice pull back by Serafin. Serafin cuts middle. Puck comes across to the blue line. Camrath picks up the puck, moves on her backhand. Some wily Minnesota River defenders able to transition quick. Peterson, good tie-up. Von Bank stayed in the play, but here comes Lawagi. Good back check. Puck crossed the blue line. Some delayed offsides there. Will be offsides on Minnesota River. 10:40 remaining in the first period. Shots on goal in favor of Minnesota River, 4-0. Wildcats looking to get their first strike. Puck drops. Brooklyn Hen. Met at the red line. Minnesota River into the zone. Gelstead stepped up into play and had Ertl on the back check. Shot. Loose puck in the slot. Shot by Andreessen. Puck still loose in the slot. And a shot and a goal. Minnesota River capitalize on a bouncing puck. And nobody able to clear it out of the slot. Jump up to a 1-0 lead. Waconia changing up personnel. Malin Rayfeld take a draw with Callie Lensing and Cora Herman at wings. Ara Pena and Kate Kashinska at D. Rayfeld ties up on the draw. Lensing steps into support. Puck chipped into the zone by the Bulldogs. Kashinska, quick punch turn at the below the goal line, breakout pass to Lensing. Lensing turns up ice. Has Herman and Rayfeld with her. Chips ahead. Herman works in the corner. Pinned on the wall. Rayfeld comes in to help. Rayfeld trying to pull the puck out of the pile. It's Herman. Centering pass. Puck bounces off some skates. Wildcats still on the attack. Rayfeld picks up the puck on the wall. Backhand attempt. Hits traffic. Rayfeld to retrieve. Caught on her backhand. Lensing's down. Rayfeld pinned on the wall. Minnesota River able to find the space to break out. Clearing attempt. Caught Pena's shin pads. Here comes Lensing. With patience with the puck. Leaves it for Rayfeld. Rayfeld chips into the zone. Here comes Lawagi. Fresh on the ice. Staying on the attack, Lawagi gets tied up. Has Daney coming in to help. Daney to her backhand shot. Saved. Rebounds loose. Lawagi with an attempt. Daney shot. Hits a crossbar. Gloved out of the air. Cleared across the blue line. Peterson's going to have to hustle. Simonette's got wheels. Two number 8s going head to head. Simonette trying to catch an edge. Centering pass. That one will be held in at the blue line. Shot from a distance. Bagensauce is going to reach out and cover. Man, Wildcats almost getting the equalizer. Couple good looks. Best one, Daney brings it off the bar. Hurdle on the draw. Face off. Won by Andreessen. Played into the corner, Brooklyn Hen. Hen had a touch on it. Wildcats need to get possession of this puck. Swenson at a short angle. Another chance shot. Just wide of the net. Think that was Andreessen again. Minnesota River score a lot of goals. 7-1 record. Here comes Hen. Loads up a shot from a distance. Blocker save. Hen plays the puck below the goal line. Berger played it. Look at the. Here come Minnesota River. Clean breakout, poke check by Kashinska. Seraphin's going to step in to help. Andreessen picks up the puck on the wall. Pass to the point, shot, tipped high off the glass. Seraphin picks up the puck in the corner. Pass to Hen. Simonette forces the turnover in the neutral zone. Spins back, here comes Rayfeld. Had a full head of steam. Puck just bounced off her tape. Von Bank, backhand. You see number 20 in blue with the puck. Look for her on her backhand. Shot from distance. Blocker save. Von Bank picks up the puck in the corner. Cycle high. Hen comes up to close down the gap. Rayfeld tying up front. Plays the puck up the wall. Hen hustles to get there. Puck held in at the blue line by Minnesota River. Seraphin able to clear the zone. Wildcats can get the rest of their line changed. Puck's going to be dumped in. Kashinska. Clear the zone. Minnesota River reads it. And they dump. Seraphin picks up the loose puck. Pass up the wall to Lensing. Lensing middle. Puck steered away by Bagensauce. Wildcats caught on a little weird change. Kashinska, good stick. Lensing, Herman trying to close the gap. Shot through traffic. Hits the runner, bounces to the corner. Another shot from the point, blocked by Rayfeld. Lensing tripped up, shot, got Bagenstoss in the cage. Herman can get there, Rayfeld as well. Wildcats overskate the puck. Pass just beyond Rayfeld's reach, shot by Swenson off of Lensing. Lensing comes back for it. Lensing with the clearing attempt off the glass, bouncing puck travels in on Bagenstoss. Wildcats just needed to calm down for a second and get the dump. Throwing the puck in desperation. Crisis averted. 5:54 remaining in the first. Taylor and Camera have to take the draw. Daney, good hustle to close the gap. Here comes Ainsley Gelsted. Breaks out the puck. Shot on goal. Steered away. Daney's has some pressure. Looks like Daney's going to go for, see what the call is going to be here. Maybe a body checking or maybe a roughing. Hooking. That was way off. Wildcat penalty killers would be Taylor Camrath, Maddie Lawagi, Ella Peterson, and Ainsley Gelsted. And the main penalty killer, El Bagenstoss. Shot from the point, pad save, rebound, cross ice pass to Simonet. Simonet shot, found a stick lane, but that sticked away by Bagenstoss. I think she caught that one off the knob of the stick. Puck cycled to the sidewall. Cross ice pass to Andreessen. Touch pass. Missed the mark. Good pressure by Camrath. Andreessen shifty though. Simonet shot. Blocked by Lawagi. Maddie Lawagi will dump. Wildcats she'll go for a change. Taylor Camrath is going to keep the pressure on. Take away a passing lane. Wildcats have a minute 10 left to kill on this power play. Andreessen driving wide. Pena trying to push the attack to the outside. Andreessen, top of the circles. Drop pass to Simonet. Simonet to the point. Back to Simonet. Backhand attempt. Pad save by Bagenstoss. Great save, seeing the puck through traffic. Cycle to the dot. Shot. Deflected high off the glass. Backhand clear by Camrath. Does the trick. 4 minutes and 10 seconds left in the period. 30 seconds left in the penalty kill. Cora Herman on the back check. Looked like the puck was played into the Minnesota River bench. I think if you hit a coach, you got to skate the next practice. At least that's a rule I think. 21 seconds left in the penalty. Lucy Ertl on the draw. Minnesota River. Chip around the defense. Gelsted plays the puck to the sidewall. Cycle high. Swenson to the point. Shot. Blocked by Herman. Ertl got a piece of it. Shot wide of the net. Daney's on the ice. Or Wildcats full strength. Looks like Lensing starts the shift. Shot. Misses the net. And Callie Lensing picks up the puck on the wall. Starts up ice. We'll catch a piece of it. Lamar and Swenson from Minnesota River. Quick on the transition. Puck played ahead to Kaczynska. Kaczynska. Met Von Bank. Minnesota River, a little communication breakdown. Play the puck below the Waconia blue line, or goal line. There's touch pass to Camrath. Here comes Camrath. Pulls back on the wall. Cross ice pass to Lensing. Draws the Wildcats out of the zone. Minnesota River quick on the transition. Good strong play by Taylor Camrath. Taking the body, just placing the puck. Here comes Seraphin. Seraphin drives up ice. Waiting for some players to come back out to support. Has Rayfeld coming in to help. Puck's trickled in center ice. Jelsted's going to have to hustle. Martin Swenson has some wheels too. Jelsted hauled down. Rayfeld picks up the puck. Puck played ahead to Berger. Andreessen drives the goal line. Pass to the point. Berger trying to close down the gap. Jelsted working through a hold, trying to play the puck up the zone. Rayfeld, nice play on Andreessen. Berger, pass to Daney. Here comes Daney. Shot, glove save. Played away. Wildcats getting a change. Give some space for Minnesota River. Nice play by Peterson going shoulder to shoulder. Played through the neutral zone and into the Wildcat end. Minute 24 remaining. Pass hit Ertl's shins. Played to Herman. Herman pushing through Von Bank. Pass off the wall. It's going to be a race. Von Bank with a chance. Shot. And it, left of the net. Pass off to Bagenstos. Backhand shot. Wide in the corner. Simonet has it past to Weidert. Weidert tipped by Von Bank. Von Bank still has a chance below the goal line. Pass to the point. Weidert. Shot. Stick save by Bagenstos. Herman, clearing attempt, held in at the blue line. Wyszynska has some room. Pass. Breakout attempt doesn't connect. Wildcats go away from traffic. Brockmeyer. Back cross ice. Best the Wildcats can do is center ice. 20 seconds remaining in the period. Jelsted on the back check. Here comes Lawagi. Wildcats have time to score a goal. Finds Daney at the blue line. Daney. Shot. Rebound attempt. Played up the wall to Jelsted. See what we're going to get. But the net just got knocked off its moorings. Wildcats will have a time for a face-off and just put the puck to the net. 3 seconds left. Doesn't take long to score a goal. Just pull the goalie. Pull the goalie. Put another player out there. Tie up off a draw, and that's going to do it for the first period. Wildcats down a goal after one. Stay with us here. We're going to stay alive for a moment. We've got a treat. As I said, it's youth night, and we've got the U8 Waconia girls team made up of second and third graders that are going to be giving us a show here in between intermissions. These are the future Waconia varsity players that you'll see in the next probably, 4 to 5 years. It all depends. It happens quick. Here they come, ladies and gentlemen. The Waconia girls U8s. Got our squad split in half. White jerseys for half of them. The purple for the other. Waconia Indigo. We'll have the varsity team stay on the ice. They'll take a knee at both blue lines. Keep the puck in play. Shout some words of encouragement. It wasn't too long ago these ladies were in their footsteps. I remember being on the ice myself. I think I actually had to be the referee. No goalies on the ice, so they'll use the mini nets and put a couple of big tires in there. Coach Steph Jelsted, mom of Ainsley Jelsted and Helena Jelsted. It's a scramble from the get-go, a chance for purple. Puck's in the scrum. Wait, there's two pucks on the ice. Team White's closest to it. Puck's back in the zone. Purple with a chance. Shot off the tire. Tire 100% on the save percentage. White with a chance down low. Tire's just making the saves. Number 8, a goal from Claire Crosby. First of the game. horn sounds. Play will resume. Loose puck. We'll come to number 1, Ava Groshin. Shot! Top corner goal! Groshin putting White up 2-0. Number 18, Kate Nowak on the back check. 48, Harper Salib. Puck's played down below the goal line. White with a chance. Chance on the breakout. Purple threatening for a goal. 77, Etta Heinen with a shot. Purple threatening to get on the board. Stingy defense by the White team, though, is forcing the puck up the ice. It's like an NFC running game, matchup game here. This fullback's running the puck, running the ball up the field. I can't get my sports straight. All right, here we go. Puck held in, assist by Malin Rayfeld to White. Shot! Number 8, Claire Crosby, just wide of the net. I think that would have gave Rayfeld her first point on the night. Claire Crosby with another chance. The pink tape, pink laces, classic look. Here comes number 34, Madeline Monahan. Crosby on the back check. Shot wide of the net. 34 gave it her all on that one. Shot wide of the net. Purple getting some good offensive zone time. Bagenstos on the assist. Good breakout. Good help by Bagenstos. See her do that in the second period. Come out of the net, play the puck. Monahan staying on the rush, wants that goal. Centering pass to number 16, Jalen Gardner. DeVinny, quick to the puck, beats a couple white jerseys. Puck kicked ahead by number 18, Kate Novak. Here comes Novak, cuts to the middle, shot, and a save. That one maybe rung the post. Salib plays the puck to DeVinny. DeVinny. Pass down low. Caught by Helena Jelstead. Jelstead laying the boom. Got a piece of DeVinny. I don't think we're calling any penalties here. We're just letting them play. Monahan on the attack. Scarlett Smith on the assist. Crosby shot just wide of the net. Novak plays the puck behind the net. Announcer Clausen signals we've reached 1 minute remaining in the game. We are up 2 goals for the white team. Purple has some ground to make up. Let's see if DeVinny can do it. Shot by 16 Gardner. Puck's hung up on the wall. 77. Etta Heinen gets the Purple team on the board with their first of the night. 30 seconds to tie the game for Purple. No time to celebrate. Here comes Novak. Met by Groshin. Vinny trying desperately to clear the puck up the ice. Johnson. Pass to 64. 68. Salem breakout pass, not held in. 5 seconds remaining. Maybe a chance for Purple. And that's going to do it for the U8 matchup. Team White comes out on top, 2-1 over Team Purple. Thank you, ladies, for the show. We'll see you in a couple years up here at the big show. All right, Wildcats will head off the ice. We'll get a quick resurface. We'll take a break, and we'll come back for the second period. Waconia down a goal to Minnesota River on a Thursday night matchup. We'll see you back in a couple. right, welcome back for the second period. Waconia takes the ice. U8's got the gear off. They're back. Honestly, those may even be some younger brothers and sisters. Youth players get in for free for wearing their jersey tonight. See some of the signs that they made for the players before the game. I think they had some cookies, treats. I think some pictures as well. Chance to meet the Wildcat players. I think there's like a group photo that's taken with all the youth players and the high school players as well. Always a cool full circle moment for the program. The Waconia Girls Hockey Association girls program puts a lot of work into the season. Definitely one of the programs that are up on the rise. The success at the high school level is seen as a result of the hard work put in at the youth level. So kudos to everybody who's been there with us from the beginning. I'd start naming names, but I'd just keep going and the game would be starting. We'd get off track, but we'll get going here. Wildcats have some ground to make up, down a goal. It's Minnesota River, start of the second period. Puck's played through the neutral zone. Kaczynska. Pass to Peterson. Lawagi backhands it through the neutral zone. Kamrath gave chase. Puck dumped into the zone by Kamrath. Breakout pass to Simonette. Just cleared the blue line. Wildcats need to tag up. Good pressure by the Wildcats, but some savvy passing by the Minnesota River. Here comes Simonette. Shot. Caught Kaczynska. Poke checked away from Von Bank by Peterson. Kaczynska tried to connect with Daney. Just out of her reach. Played off the back wall, picked up by Peterson. Pass beyond the reach of two Wildcats. There'll be icing on Waconia. Face off at the Wildcat end. Megan Stoss. 15 shots tonight. Shots on goal, 15-6 in favor of Minnesota River. Pass by Swenson to the point. Shot by Weidert, fluttering puck. Below the goal line, Jelstead meets Swenson. Henn comes in to help. Henn closing down the gap. Defenseman for Minnesota River cycles high. Svensson. Puck off the wall, picked up below the goal line by Andreessen. Andreessen crosses the hash marks, cuts middle. Drop pass for Weidert. Weidert shot off the lively back wall here at Waconia Ice Arena. Ertl trying to force a turnover. She does, and Henn looks for Brockmeyer. Brockmeyer gives chase, but the Minnesota River Bulldogs, they dump deep into the Wildcat zone. Puck's going to carry them up the wall. Jelstead pass to Brockmeyer. Brockmeyer played it through the neutral zone. That was met at the blue line by the Bulldogs. Got a scrum in front of the Wildcat bench. Ertl comes out with it. Nice toe drag, works through a stick check. Loads up a shot, can be wide of the net. Callie Lensing jumps onto the ice. Wildcats changing forward and defense. Rayfeld in for the stick lift. On the back check, shot, steered away, Pena. Starts the breakout on her own, crosses the blue line, crosses the red, cuts middle. Lensing curls to the wall. Cuts back, has Rayfeld step in to help. Rayfeld driving middle. Rayfeld drives wide, lines up a shot, off the pad. Rebound comes to the point. Shot by Pena. Caught a stick, found the net. Herman, good pressure. Finds Pena. Pena works down the wall. Shovel pass comes to the middle. Rayfeld on the poke check. That one's going to be cleared down the ice. Make its way down to Bag and Sauce. No icing. Bag and Sauce plate in the corner. Shinska, touch pass to Herman. Herman to Rayfeld. Puck poke check. Here comes Von Bank. Von Bank shot. Rebound and a goal. First one hit. Caught Bag and Sauce in the cage and rebound. Von Bank just stayed on it. I believe Von Bank is the second or third leading scorer for the Minnesota River Bulldogs. I believe she gets a lot of her goals on second attempts, greasy goals, and just good pressure. Puts Minnesota River up 2-0 in the second period. Wildcats counter with the Camrath line. Lawagi, touch pass back to Jelstead. Jelstead gets caught up. Daney steps back to help. Here comes Daney. As the wheels move and gets tied up, Camrath. Peterson makes a play at the blue line. Steps down low, passes Jelstead. Tip just wide of the net. Von Bank able to sidestep Peterson. Cleared the zone. Milwaukee looks up ice. Daney trying to track it in her skates. Puck's going to cross the blue line. Daney battles on the wall. Comes across the blue line. Jelstead has to go back to get it. Backhanded into the zone by Camrath. Von Bank, even at the end of the shift, has some gas left in the tank, making plays. Swenson on the attack from Minnesota River. Ertl fends her off. Wyszynska, pass out of the corner, catches Sylvia Berger. And back in zone, here comes Andreessen. 19 Andreessen, shot low. Pad saved by Bagenstos. Pass to Weidert. Weidert shot. Be wide of the net. Andreessen picks it up behind the net. Pass across ice. One-timer. Doesn't go too far. Centering attempt caught by Kaczynska. Kaczynska's going to go to Ertl. Ertl will retreat behind the net. Swenson in pursuit. Pass up the wall to Henn. There's eighth grader Brooklyn Henn ridden off the wall. Hits the boards, the glass hard. And it's going to be a penalty, a dangerous hit. Give Henn a moment. Come back. Wildcats go on the power play. 11:43 left in the second period. Yep, Henn's moving. She's looking good, talking to the trainer. Leave the camera off. And she's up. And she's up. Can't hurt the rock. It's a tough kid, number 15, Brooklyn Henn. Heart of gold on that kid. Wildcats will get 2-minute power play. See who we start with for the power play. We'll have Maddie Lawagi. Correction, Taylor Camrath taking the draw with Maddie Lawagi, Cor Herman at forwards with Kate Kaczynska and Ella Peterson. Here's Kaczynska, dusts it off, pass to Peterson. Cleared by Simonette. Kaczynska has to hustle. As a pursuer, Kaczynska turns up ice. In a couple strides, she's off to the races. Kaczynska gains his own, pulls up. Play catches up. Pass to Lawagi. Lawagi handles the pass in her skates. Nice recovery to Kaczynska. Peterson tied up by Simonette. Comes Minnesota River. Chip the puck ahead to Bagenstos, and she's going to cover. Wildcats have 1:19 remaining on the power play. Plenty of time to score a goal. Camrath on the draw. Face off, one to the wall, Peterson. Met by Andreessen on the wall. Smart play by Andreessen, just wear off some of this penalty time. Camrath picked it out of the pile. Held in at the zone by Peterson. Peterson, one-timer by Kaczynska, just a bomb off the back wall. Herman pins it on the wall, frees it to herself, to her backhand, shot. Got the goalie high. Peterson to Kaczynska. Kaczynska finds Lawagi. Lawagi spins off Whiter. Shot from the point. Hit the goalie square. Going to be a stoppage. 10:21 remaining. Quick shout out to our sponsors, Mac and Tunes. If you're in Waconia on Saturday morning, swing by Mac and Tunes. Meet the Wildcats. They're going to be bagging groceries. Minnesota River reverse behind the net. Wildcats still have 30 seconds remaining on the power play. Kaczynska threads the needle. Pass chopped by Peterson. Rebound was off the pads. Cleared by Minnesota River. Touched by Bagenstos. Kaczynska has Simonet with pressure. Couple touch passes. Wildcats out of the zone. Camrath pulls up at the wall. Pass off of Simonet, skates. Dangerous player to leave the puck to the neutral zone. Penalty time expires. Minnesota River's even strength. Andreessen. Couple quick crossovers. Here she goes. Off to the races. Chance for Andreessen. Shot saved by Bagenstos. 19 is a player that can change a game for sure. Get to see her all summer. Plays with Minnesota Steel AAA. Very dynamic player. Fun to watch. Mal and Rayfeld line up for draw. Rayfeld wins it back to Gelsted. Rayfeld put nice battle on the wall. Gelsted comes in, picks up a puck, pass to Lensing. Lensing to Daney. Daney pinned on the wall by Whiter. Daney passes to the point. Seraphin kicks it to her forehand. Gelsted sends a puck to the net front. Rayfeld will pick it up. Rayfeld pass back to Seraphin. Shot tipped by Lensing, and it was tracked by the goaltender for Minnesota River. Frozen down at 8:52 left in the second. Rayfeld, Daney, and Lensing forwards. Rayfeld on the draw, wins it back to Seraphin. Seraphin. Shot pass to Daney. Daney's going to play it down low to Lensing. Lensing pass to Rayfeld. Goes to Gelsted. Shot's going to go wide of the net. Daney and Rayfeld in the battle. Here comes Becca Daney. Shot and a tip by Lensing. Rebound. Frozen. Wildcats getting some sustained offensive zone time. Nice shift out of that group. Wildcats come back with Ertl, Hen, and Berger. Correction. Looks like Wildcats do have the last change. I don't know if you can do it twice. Referees say no. Ertl wins the puck to the wall to Berger. Berger to Kaczynska. Puck goes beyond Berger's reach. She's going to stay on the attack, though. Backhand breakout. Picked off by Peterson. Can it be held in? No. Here comes Simonet. Simonet pulls back up to Von Bank. Von Bank shot. Going to be wide of the net. Berger got tangled up with a Minnesota River player. Kaczynska was able to get it momentarily, but here comes, I believe it's Macy Portner, number 11. Ella Peterson. Lays down to Kaczynska. Puck. Dangerous. Karam. I don't know if that came out of the zone. Wildcat bench thinks so. Here comes Ertl. Ertl drives wide. Drives the goal line. Shot from a short angle. Saved. Wildcats overskate the rebound, but Minnesota River, they stayed on the puck. They're able to gain possession, exit the zone. Seraphin turns up ice. Pass against the grain. Looks like Minnesota River. The player fell. Pass by Gelstead. That finds Daney. Daney with a shot, sticked away by Minnesota River. Cross ice pass to Swenson. Swenson to Andreessen. Andreessen, nice cut to the middle. Shot, saved by Bagenstoss. Daney plays it back behind the Waconia net. Seraphin chips it up to Luagi. Luagi tried to get it to Kamrath, got caught in her skates. Andreessen to Swenson. Swenson, shot and a goal. Minnesota River go up 3-0. Number 9, Maren Swenson, getting the third marker for Minnesota River. Waconia have a little bit of a hole to dig out of. 6:38 left in the second period. Rayfeld lining up on the draw. Herman and Lensing at her wings. Anya and Kaczynska. Rayfeld wins it to Herman. Rayfeld stays on the attack. Here comes Malin Rayfeld. Has Callie Lensing in the slot. Shot Rayfeld. Short angle. Rebound by Herman. It's beyond Herman. Kaczynska on the pinch. Pass to Rayfeld. Rayfeld circling the corner. Shot. Not a defender. Rolling puck. Rayfeld on the attack. Number 12, Buzzin.
Swenson from Anderson, even strength at 10:22 into the second period.
See a quick strike by this team, or by this line. Rayfeld. Puck went to Lensing. Break up to Simonette. Simonette. Herman on the back check. Going to head off Simonette. Rayfeld. Chip off the wall. Here comes Malin Rayfeld. Driving wide. Shot. Chips around the goalie. Tied up. Rayfeld's going to draw a penalty. Herman holds possession. Played it to Rayfeld. See if Minnesota River gets a touch. I should have just put the camera on Bagenstoss. I've never seen a goalie skate that fast to a bench in my life. The kid was flying. Bagenstoss, member of the Waconia cross-country team, turning it on in the final quarter mile. Believe it'll be a holding or a interference call on Minnesota River. See who will serve it. We'll have number 13, Claire Hathaway. Kamrath lines across from Simonette. A little additional clarification needed by the referees. Now we're ready to go. Kamrath wins it back to Kaczynska. Kaczynska to Peterson. Peterson. Kaczynska. Spins off an attack. Shot. Glove save. Dropped momentarily. Good puck movement by the Wildcats. 5:35 remaining in the second. Kamrath wins the draw. Back, but beyond Peterson's reach. She'll retreat. Regroup to Kaczynska. Kaczynska finds Herman. We get a penalty behind the play. See what the call is. It'll be Peterson for interference. The defensive zone face-off for the Wildcats. It'll be 4-on-4 hockey for a minute 42, so plenty of time. There's a whole lot of ice to use. Benefit to both teams if they can use it. It's a game of possession. Shot off the draw. Pad saved by Bagenstoss. Pena. Good physical play. Force a turnover. Puck chipped to the opposite corner by Minnesota River. Cycle high. That one's going to go off wider stick. Kamrath, good pressure. Forces a bad pass. Forces a turnover. Here comes Pena. Pressure by Andreessen. Andreessen peels off. Pena Pressured by McKenna Andreessen. Younger sister Allie Andreessen played in the JV game. Solid game. Number 2 Andreessen. Look for her to make a debut at varsity at some point. I believe she's on the varsity roster too. And here comes Kaczynska. Pass to the neutral zone to Lawagi. Shot and a goal! Lawagi! Kaczynska connects to the neutral zone. Lawagi got across the blue line. Shot a puck to the blocker side. Waconia gets on the board. In the 4-on-4. Pocket 1, here we go. Malin, Rayfeld, Callie Linson come up for Waconia. Ainsley Jelstad, Olivia Serafin at D. Puck chipped deep by Minnesota River. Olivia Serafin reverses to Jelstad behind the Waconia net. Jelstad back up the wall. Chance by Minnesota River. Rayfeld's going to try to chip it ahead. Contact at the blue line. Good physical play. Comes Simonette. Simonette cycles low. Puck left for Serafin. Serafin's going to play that one up the wall. Rayfeld will pick it up. Rayfeld pass to Lensing in the neutral zone. Lensing looking for options. Puck played low. Rayfeld. Pinned down the wall. Andreessen turns up ice. Minnesota River is going to get a short power play. Andreessen sidesteps Serafin. Shot saved by Bagenstos. Good one-on-one battle. Rayfeld's going to clear that puck. She'll go for a change. Smart play. Wildcats. Going to be full strength 5-on-5 hockey. Von Bank shot. Dangerous anytime that kid's shooting the puck. Milwaukee with the clear. Daney, opportunistic play. Here she comes on her backhand, drives the net. Save, second attempt by Camerath. They go until the whistle. Nice play by Daney in the neutral zone to read that pass. I think it was just an errant pass by Minnesota River, forcing the puck to the middle, and Daney was off to the races. 3 minutes left in the second. Milwaukee to Pena. She has pressure. Puck's going to be chipped out of the zone by Minnesota River. Kaczynska behind the Waconia net. Turns up the goal line. Going to chip one high off the glass. Comes out of the zone and going to be offsides. Camerath locked up on the draw. Minnesota River able to gain the zone. Cycle deep. Pena trying to bump a player off the wall. Looks like Pena is going to go for a trip. Tough call. It may have just been a player catching getting a little bit out ahead of their edges. I don't know if Pena got much of her, but if you're on watching the broadcast, you can go back and rewatch it. I don't think there's a chat feature turned on. You can tell me, but go watch the replay. What was the call? If Zach was here, he'd pull it up on YouTube right now. Wildcats will have Ertl and Herman starting the penalty kill forwards. We'll have Jelstad and I believe Peterson. Yes, number 8 Peterson. Face off won by Ertl. Shot by River. Simonette. Minnesota River cycle high, working an umbrella. Power play, one-timer missed by Simonette. Here comes Ertl. Simonette comes on the back check. Ertl's killing some time off this power play. Herman peels off. Minnesota River just get the room they need. Good poke check by Jelstad. Shot gloved by Bagenstos. Minnesota River centering attempt. Pass. Missed the mark with Simonette. She wheels back to the slot. Shot caught Herman's shin pads. Cycle low. Puck picked up behind the goal line. Herman makes a break for it. Clearing attempt successful. Wildcats can change up their penalty killers. Puck touched up. Comes Rayfeld with pressure. Forcing the play behind the net. Time ticking off the penalty. 39 seconds remaining. Rayfeld staying on the attack. Daney applies pressure. That one catches Daney. Wildcats keep doing the little things like this. They'll pay off. Clearing attempt. Catches Von Bank high. Daney stays in the play. Rayfeld's going to step down to help. Daney has Rayfeld in the slot. Pass to Rayfeld. Caught her in the skates. Just crossed up a little. Good chance for the Wildcats on the penalty kill. Daney battling two Bulldogs down low. Bulldogs able to break out. Nice play by Kaczynska. Forces the offsides. 25.8 seconds remaining in the second period. Just 1 second remaining on the penalty kill. I'd like to see maybe Rayfeld just hammer it up the boards and Pena come onto the ice and go in and get some retribution. Penalty time expires. Here comes Waconia. Kaczynska. Pass to Rayfeld in the neutral zone. Rayfeld. Puck caught a rut. Able to chip it ahead to Daney. Daney. Nice cross-ice pass to Peterson. Peterson. Shot. Hits traffic. Bouncing puck to Milwaukee. Rebound. Ertl. Milwaukee trying to get a stick. Played out of his zone by Simonette. That'll do it for the second period. Wildcats knocking on the door. Shots on goal. 25-22. Slightly in favor to Minnesota River, but Waconia Wildcats getting some chances. They have some players buzzing tonight. It's going to be an exciting third period. We'll take a quick break. We'll grab a snack, come back, and come back for the final round here. We'll be back in 15 minutes. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, John, Donna, say hi to Dick and Kath if they're watching. Hi, welcome back to the third period. At the third period, log jam at the goal line while the opposing team takes the ice. Wildcats enter from the center ice tunnel. Wildcats circling, buzzing, led by leading scorer number 10, Becca Daney. Sophomore on the Waconia squad. With the varsity squad since her 8th grade season. A couple of young squads, Minnesota River and Waconia. You may have noticed I know a few of the names for Minnesota River. It's because a lot of these girls from the Le Sueur area, St. Peter area, they actually play summer hockey, AAA hockey with the Waconia girls. They've been playing together since U10, some of them U10, U12 in some capacity. Some have come, some have gone, but really cool experience seeing these girls make it up to the varsity level. A lot did make it up to this level as 8th graders. So young teams, and you're starting to see them showing, in this team here. I mean, Taylor Camrath, Becca Daney, Maddie Lawagi, Kate Kaczynska, Ella Peterson, all of them have played with players that have been on this Minnesota River team. So we're underway. Von Bank cross-ice pass to Simonette. Simonette met up by Peterson. Shot's going to be wide of the net. Kaczynska, battle on the wall. Daney caught an elbow high. Camrath, the initial attack. But the Bulldogs able to push through the neutral zone. Peterson has to regroup. Finds Kaczynska. Kaczynska looks up ice for Lawagi. Referees say no ice. Daney stays on the attack. It's the first touch. Has Ertl coming in to help. Backhand to Ertl. Shot. Pulls the trigger. Pad save. Ertl gets dumped. Daney's going to push back on Andreessen. Swenson stepping up in the play. Bulldogs just slightly ahead of the play. Good hustle by Becca Daney. Won the race to the puck and scoring chance for the Wildcats. Ertl shook the cobwebs. Tough kid. Here come the Bulldog shot off of Seraphin, played behind the Waconia net. Up the wall. Step down the goal line. Shot from a short angle. Saved by Bagenstoss. Berger pass to Hen. Chipped ahead by Hen on Andreessen. Play off the wall. Swenson, nice read. Be a shot, saved by Bagenstoss. Now Andreessen knew that Swenson was still in the neutral zone lingering and made a pass off the wall. These kids actually practice on this rink all year, so they know the rink well. Alan Rayfeld on the draw. Wins it to Pena. Centering pass. Going to slide out of the zone. 8th grader Callie Linsing on the attack. Pass is going to go wide. Rayfeld on the back check, forces the turnover. Herman. Pushing the attack. We have Pena playing it ahead to Herman. Rayfeld is going to get first touch. Centering pass. Comes to Herman. Rayfeld had Linsing up front. Linsing pass behind the net. Rayfeld off the side of the net. Here comes Kaczynska. Top of the circles. Loads up a shot. Pena cuts low. Going to be a tripping call on Waconia. Pena is going to go to the box. Costly penalty. Third period, start of the third period. There is plenty of time left to play, and Waconia is pretty even on shots on goal at this point, 27-23 in favor of Minnesota River. Shot by Simonette, blocked by Lawagi. Lawagi off to the races. Minnesota River taking an angle. Lawagi pulls up, smart play. Backhands it back behind Minnesota River net. Peterson on the pinch. Lawagi, I believe she threw that one into the Minnesota River bench. May have hit your assistant captain. Number 3, I believe it's Gogarty. Lost my program.
Scotty.
Oh, I was like, what the hell, man? What's up, man? Scotty Lawagi, everybody. Minnesota River setting up on the power play, minute 30 remaining. Simonette cross-ice pass to number 11, Portner. Captain Macy Portner. Shot from the point, deflected wide of the net. Cycle back high to Portner. Shot saved by Bagenstoss. Rebound wide of the net. Simonette played that from the net front, cleared away by Peterson. Shot, blocker save, rebound, fan. Nice play by Ella Peterson, another 8th grader on the Waconia roster, driving wide in the offensive zone, chipping around Simonette. Works up the wall. Pass to the middle, Simonette read it. Portner in a race with Kaczynska. Comes back for it, wins the battle. Clears the zone. Becca Daney on the dump in. That one sticked away, and so a mini breakout by the Minnesota River goaltender. Swenson chips into the Waconia zone. Seraphin. Swenson on the goal line. Shot from a short angle. Caught Kaczynska. Missed the net. 15 seconds left on the Minnesota River power play. Mara Von Bank. Shot from the wall. Bouncing puck. Goes in the opposite corner. Swenson. Pass to Von Bank. Von Bank pulls it off the net side. Even strength hockey. El Bagenstoss weathers the storm. Keeps it a 2-goal game. Waconia's even strength. Got Malin Rayfeld taking the draw with Cora Herman and Callie Lensing at wings. Ainsley Gelstad and Ella Peterson at wings. Or D. Peterson plays it up the wall, centering pass. Goes to the wall to Lensing. Lensing plays a puck up the wall. Comes back for it. Pass to Peterson. Peterson starts up ice. Good enough puck at the blue line. Chipped in by Lensing. Here comes Rayfeld. Rayfeld on the forecheck. Hems up a player on the wall. Lensing with secondary support. Nice play by Lensing. Yet another 8th grader on the roster. Has Herman with her. Peterson, Rayfeld. Puck's chipped to the opposite corner by Lensing. Herman caught a piece of that puck, and that one carries out of the zone. Peterson finds Rayfeld. Rayfeld, contact at the red line. Rayfeld dinged up. She's going to head off the ice. Herman fighting through a check from Swenson. Here comes Erdl. Erdl cuts middle. Ran into Andreessen. Shinska shot. Shinska caught a little bit of contact. Seraphin holds his own. Ella Brockmeyer working behind the Minnesota River net. Has Berger helping out. Berger comes out of the pile with the puck. Fights off a stick check. Comes to Seraphin. Seraphin's going to chip low. It's going to roll past Brockmeyer. Played back to Brockmeyer. Pass to Erdl. Shot. Erdl gave everything she had into it. Shot the goaltender in the breadbasket. You stop at the play. 10:30 remaining in the third period. Taylor Kamrath. As the puck back, Shinska's going to play it below the goal line. Kamrath. Cycle to the corner. Seraphin. Works the puck low. Daney is going to have to hustle to get to it. Gets a touch. Daney picks the puck up on the hashes. Pass to Seraphin. Seraphin shot. Saved. Rebound. Milwaukee. A couple of whacks at it. Kamrath was there too. Wildcats cycle low. Kamrath, another good face-off win to Milwaukee. Here comes Milwaukee, loads up a shot, blockered away, and picked up by Kamrath. Kamrath to Kaczynska. Kaczynska shot. Save. Daney with pressure. Holds possession for Waconia. Daney to Kaczynska. Kaczynska shot. Hit a skate. Tongue twister. Kamrath working on the wall. Wildcats sustaining that zone time. Here comes Daney. Chip off the wall to herself. Turns the corner. Pass up the wall to Kaczynska. She has to exit the zone. Kaczynska to Seraphin. Seraphin crosses the blue line for Waconia. Pulls back at the wall. Pass to Kaczynska. Kaczynska shot. Rebound for Rayfeld. Tied up. Puck played high off the glass by Minnesota River. Going to be an icing. Shots on goal. If you're looking at the clock, evened up 29 apiece. Waconia ready to strike. Rayfeld back on ice, stung a little bit on a play, a little collision at center ice. Puck drops, Rayfeld wins the draw. Minnesota River, they just push through the tie-ups. Gain possession, get his own entry. Peterson quick on the transition. Pass to Herman. Peterson stayed on it. Herman stays in the battle. Jelstad. Chip ahead by Herman to Rayfeld. Rayfeld enters the zone, loads up a shot. Glove save. 8:37 remaining in the third period. Time to play, but Waconia got to make a move. Got to make a move now. Hurdle on the draw. Swenson works behind the net. Finds a seam, and here comes Andreessen. Peterson has to hustle. Nice play. Chips it to Hen. Hen met by Swenson. Hen got a little bit too much of Swenson. Going to be a cross-checking penalty. 8:19 left in the third period. Not a time when Waconia wants to be taking a penalty, but again, this is a team that can score on the penalty kill. I think they had some chances on the last PK, so let's keep the foot on the gas, just close down the gap. Score a goal, we just have one more to tie it. Minnesota River set up high, shot. Total save by Bagenstoss. Deflection by Kaczynska, able to push the puck to the perimeter. Milwaukee with pressure, trying to capitalize on a mishandled shot. Went for the tip. Andreessen lost a glove. The play has to be whistled down until she gets it. She has it. Simonet got a piece of Kamrath's stick. Shot saved by Bagenstoss. Rebound by Andreessen, and she puts it home. Greasy goal and a 3-goal lead for the Minnesota River Bulldogs. Minnesota River, I believe they are ranked in the top 20 in single A, 7-1 record. Wildcats have plenty of time to change that. Erdl, Brockmeyer, and Henn get first crack at it. Serafin and Peterson at the blue line. Brockmeyer chips ahead, shot on net. She's going to stay on the attack.
Scoring for Minnesota River on the power play, number 19.
Andreessen.
Assist to number 22.
Turning on the Jets, driving wide, cutting middle. Saved by Bagensauce. A couple Wildcats will slide into the net. Make sure everybody's okay. Serafin will head off the ice. Wildcats will come back with the Rayfeld, Lensing, Herman line. Kashinska and Pena at D. Puck comes out in the neutral zone. Herman, good pressure. Kashinska. Pass to Pena. Pena chips it off the wall. Bouncing puck at the blue line. Von Bank. Nifty stick handling. Once in with pressure. Von Bank plays it on to Bagensauce. Rebound is loose. Von Bank just hounds the puck. Puck chipped to the blue line. Shot by Whitert. Bouncing puck. The sidewall. Herman will get to it. Here comes Herman. Starts up ice. Crosses the red line. Met by Von Bank. Von Bank chips deep. Minnesota River is going to get players change. Here comes Kashinska. Kashinska pass off of Lawagi. Lensing driving wide into the Bulldog zone. Pass up to Lawagi. One-timer wide of the net. Camera to Jelstad. Jelstad, that shot hit a skate. Peterson steps down the wall. Great play to get body position, staying on the attack. Lawagi stepping in to help, has Daney applying pressure as well. Minnesota River just moving away from traffic. Puck comes out of the zone. 5:32 left in the third period. Minnesota River wins the faceoff. Puck comes out in the neutral zone. Swenson gains the red line and dump. Peterson on the race, fighting off Andreessen. Pass to the point is going to miss the mark, and here comes Daney applying pressure. Daney caught a piece of it, cuts to the middle. Daney back to her backhand. Going to be a penalty. Daney caught a knee. She looks good. Cutting back on the play. Becca Daney, awesome hustle, getting in there on the forecheck, breaking up a play and creating an opportunity for Waconia that they need. Time to score. 5:02 left, down 3 goals. Milwaukee, good patience in the corner. Shot. It's the Minnesota River goalie high. Clearing attempt held in by Kashinska. Kashinska to Peterson. Peterson cycles low to Herman. Herman has a pursuer, has camera stepping in to help. Puck comes to Kashinska. Kashinska switches spots to Peterson. Peterson looking for Lawagi on the wall. Cleared to the red line. Kashinska retreats. Pass to Peterson. Peterson catches Lawagi at the blue line. Puck crosses the blue line and going to be an offsides. Not a bad time to hit a reset. Minute 16 remaining on the power play. 4:17 remaining in regulation. Wildcat power play will be Lucy Earl taking the draw, Malin Rayfeld and Becca Daney, all sophomores at forward. Another sophomore, Ainsley Gelsted at D, and Callie Lensing, 8th grader, at D. Nice play by Gelsted to hold his own to Rayfeld. Pass to Ertl in the slot. Ertl chip up the wall to Lensing, rolling puck to Gelsted. Gelsted to Daney. Daney back to Gelsted. Umbrella. Power play shot got blocked on Andreessen. Dangerous player on the penalty kill. Good poke check by Gelsted. Andreessen still got a shot off. Lensing to Gelsted. Gelsted finds Ertl. Ertl starts through the neutral zone. Pass to Daney. Daney. Nice move to her backhand. Daney. Low to Rayfeld. Rayfeld. Pass to Daney. Caught a stick of Wider. Daney pins the puck on the wall. Rayfeld picks it up. Rayfeld hooks middle. Pass to Ertl. Almost had her. Here comes McKenna Andreessen. Turns the edge. Shot. Blocker saved by Bagenstoss. Rayfeld picks up the puck in the neutral zone. Shoulder to shoulder against Andreessen. Here comes Simonet. Cuts middle. Rayfeld picks up a loose puck in the Wildcat zone. Pass to Ertl. Brockmeyer helping on the back check. And the puck came to Kaczynska. She's able to clear the zone. 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. Von Bank dumps into the Wildcat end. Peterson pass to Kaczynska. Kaczynska to Berger. Here comes Kay Kaczynska. Driving wide. Pinned down the wall has Cora Herman stepping in for support. Nice play by Minnesota River to exit the zone. Ella Peterson able to gain possession of the puck. Comes high. Chance shot off of Bagenstoss's pads. And Berger able to get enough on that one to clear the zone. The puck picked out of the air by Kaczynska. She will dump. It'll be an icing on Waconia. Minute 52 remaining. Wildcats down 3 goals. We'll see what they do. Maybe Bagenstoss heads off the ice and they go for the extra attack. Never know. Wildcats playing a strong game tonight. Minnesota River, solid team. Gelsted, chip up the wall. Look for Lawagi. Gelsted, strong game. Good physical play. And Daney comes back to help. Daney. A shot out of the zone. Gelsted will pick it back up. Pins a Minnesota River player on the wall. Comes back and retrieves. Gelsted. Pass to Seraphin. Daney looked for Camrath. Picked off. Shot blocked. And that one is still loose. Wildcats come out with it. Camrath. Shot caught a player and the puck drifts into the corner. Wildcats, 55 seconds remaining to eat into this lead and get a goal. Here comes Ertl. Shot. That blockered away. Good attack all the way to the end. Here comes Ava Brandt. Good shoulder-to-shoulder play. Ella Peterson cuts middle. Pass to Ertl. Ertl drives wide. Kaczynska steps up in the play. Shot. Just a bullet hits the goalie high in the mask. All the way to the end. Battle all the way to the end. 23.1 left on the clock. Wildcats down a few goals. Got rewarded a couple extra seconds there. Clock didn't start right away. Hen, good back check, pin the puck on the wall. Peterson. Saw the Wildcats were behind the blue line, bought some time and space. Peterson to Brandt. Brandt has to Hen, and that's going to do it. Wildcats on the losing end today. No reason to hang your heads, ladies. Strong effort. Excellent goaltending, as always, from senior captain Al Bagenstos. Number 33 leading the way for Waconia. Congrats to Minnesota River, families that we know. I don't know if anybody's tuning in or if you ever see this, but it's been a pleasure seeing all the girls grow up together and getting to this point in playing. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you to our U8 team for the showdown at center ice between the first and second period. White team came out on top. Keep working hard, ladies. You'll be up here in no time. That'll do it for our broadcast. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you on the next one.